When the city needs a wave of hope, we rise. This is StayWavyTV. Stay heroic. Stay
Good news, y'all. Paramount is launching a hostile takeover bid to buy Warner Bros. They are going directly to shareholders with a bid valued at $108.4 billion. So shout out to the New York Times. I'm going to read you guys this article. It says Paramount on Monday mounted a hostile takeover bid for Warner Bros. Discovery, a brazen attempt to secure a Hollywood prize snatched away by Netflix last week. Netflix announced the $83 billion deal to buy a big part of Warner Bros. Discovery on Friday in an agreement approved by the board of both companies in a news release on Monday. Paramount went around the Warner Bros. Discovery board and straight to they went straight to the shareholders with what is called a superior offer. Paramount said it would pay $30 per share in cash, valuing the company around $108 billion, including debt. It said it was going to shareholders because the board of Warner Bros. Discovery is pursuing an inferior proposal that would lead to a challenging regulatory approval process. Paramount has offered to buy all of Warner Bros. Discovery, including the Warner Bros. Movie Studio, the HBO Max streaming service, and a portfolio of cable channels, including CNN. The cable channels are not part of the Netflix deal. So they're coming with an offer, guys, that Warner Bros. Might seriously consider, okay? Let's be honest. If this Netflix and Warner Bros. Deal goes through, I mean, this could be the end of everybody else in the movie industry, right? We all know that Netflix, basically, they came out around the time when Blockbuster was still active, and they're the reason why Blockbuster went out of business, okay? They pretty much started the streaming era, right? Netflix is already the biggest streaming platform in the world. So them buying Warner Bros., I mean, it pretty much squashes any level of competition. And that's why Paramount is crashing out right now, because they felt like they had the best offer and they felt like they got snaked by Netflix. President Donald Trump is even trying to stop this Netflix and Warner Bros. Deal from happening, because President Donald Trump is involved with Paramount. He's the reason why we're getting a new Rush Hour movie, and President Trump is trying to get Paramount to steal this deal from Netflix. So this is very interesting. They go on to say, we believe our offer will create a stronger Hollywood, David Ellison, the chief executive of Paramount, said in a press release. It is in the best interest of the creative community, consumers, and the movie theater industry. Warner Bros. Discovery had no immediate comment. Paramount's hostile takeover attempt is the latest in a series of increasingly strident ventures to Warner Bros. Discovery in recent weeks. Just before Netflix announced it had struck a deal, Paramount sent a letter to David Zaslav, the chief executive of Warner Bros. Discovery, alleging that the company ran a myopic sale process that favors a single bidder. Warner Bros. Discovery said in a response that it fully and robustly complied with the obligations to shareholders. The company ran a weeks-long bidding process that also drew interest from Comcast. The cable company owns NBC Universal. Warner Bros. Discovery stock closed at $26 a share on Friday after its deal with Netflix was announced. It rose nearly 5% on Monday morning after Paramount announced its hostile bid to $27.30 a share. On a conference call Monday, Mr. Ellison said that Paramount decided to take its offer directly to shareholders after Warner Bros. Discovery failed to respond to it last week. Mr. Ellison also said he told Mr. Zaslav that Paramount's proposal was not its best and final offer. So they're willing to go even higher than what they already offered, which is over $100 billion. Like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. They really feel like if Netflix gets this deal done, that they're probably gonna end up going out of business, man. I've never seen something like this before. Mr. Ellison was also critical of Netflix's chance of getting the deal through regulatory review. The company has a big share of the streaming business, Mr. Ellison said, even if it might argue that the market for overall TV viewership is broader. Saying that streaming is not a market is a little bit like looking at the beverage market and saying that Coke and Pepsi can merge because Budweiser is a replacement to it, Mr. Ellison said. A key part of the assessment will be whether shareholders expect that regulatory authorities will approve the transaction. The deal between Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery would include Warner Bros. Movie Studio and HBO Max, enhancing Netflix's market power and streaming even more. Like I said, Netflix is already the biggest streaming platform in the world. Them buying Warner Bros. Basically means they own the movie, and they pretty much would own the movie industry, pretty much, you know? At the Kennedy Center honors on Sunday, President Trump praised Ted Sarandos, Netflix's co-chief executive, but noted that the company had a very big market share, adding that he would be involved in a regulatory review. Paramount has wrangled a large coalition of backers for its offer, including affinity partners, an investment firm run by Jared Kushner, Mr. Trump's son-in-law, and sovereign wealth firms from the Middle East, including Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund and the Qatar Investment Authority. The Ellison family is fully backstopping the bid, Paramount said, essentially guaranteeing that the offer has the necessary money behind it. Netflix is expected to argue that the regulators should consider its business as part of the much larger entertainment industry that also includes platforms like YouTube and TikTok, as well as tech giants like Amazon and Apple. Listen, man, congratulations to Netflix. I think Paramount is a bunch of sore losers. At the end of the day, bro, Netflix, they got the deal done. I hope everything goes through. And let's be honest, guys. Eventually what's going to happen is everything's going to start going on streaming, right? Eventually, instead of movies going to theaters because people aren't going to the movie theaters like they used to, eventually everything is going to be on streaming. And I think that Netflix is just getting ahead of the curve. They offered the best offer. They got the deal done. I hope it goes through. And congratulations to Netflix. I think Paramount, you know, they're crying, they're panicking, they're crashing out. They know if this deal goes through, that eventually they're probably going to have to sell their company to Netflix as well, you know? And I just think that, you know, they feel like they can't win if Netflix successfully owns Warner Bros. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, let me know what you guys think about this. It's your boy Wavy, StayWavyTV. Make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out!
Thanks for watching StayWavyTV. Hit subscribe, ride the wave, and I'll see you in the next adventure.